Just like that. Just like that. I tell you, just like that. Hold on. right, welcome to the block. We are here. What is doing? What you doing? Yeah, what you doing? What you doing?
I heard you in the wild, where you been?
I've been here and there and everywhere because it is hip hop turning 50 this year. Holla Black. Great. All right, I'm your host, Sure Mega Son 88. We in the building right now. It's been a minute. I did put up my last video. It was like a pre-record, and it was telling you about the power words in hip hop, and that's basically all this was about. Building up this momentum, understanding as many elements in the culture, in the genre as we have, that makes this a multi-billion-dollar industry. Yeah, I said it without stuttering. You know what I mean? And with that is a great power, right? And you already know what the phrase is. With great power comes great. That's right. Responsibility. Clap it up for yourself. Yeah. In the midst of that great responsibility, there's a purpose that every artist wants to fulfill in their lifetime. One, to get known, to get some type of respect, to get admiration amongst their peers. Two, which used to be one, was rock the party. Rock the show. Make sure people see that you left an everlasting effect on them through your expression. That was mainstay. That had to be done. You could not go into another circle, cipher, square, whatever, without doing that. That's your job as an MC, master of ceremonies. And on my last video that you see on the block, say word, power, I go into that. Because MCing was, and it still is, I still write here and there. I haven't written for a long while, and I thought that things would have atrophied by now. And, I'm surprisingly impressed. But, I am a man of older stature, as, one would say. And I'm not putting stream yards out or nothing like that. I'm not, that could be for another time. I'm going to say that. That could be for another time for a true discussion when I have enough participants in. This is to dedicate what recently happened, and basically have a refresher on some of the young gunning talents out here that are getting it in, very hungry, know what to do with their words. Give them a round of applause. Oh yeah. I wanted to include more, but we got people like, we're gonna focus on Coast Contra, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna focus on Coast Contra. Say Noir. Yeah. Simba. We're gonna focus on Simba. Man, the homie Reef Hustle, we're gonna focus on him. Right? My man Bo, B-O-E. Shouts out to the Dot Bar, heads down south, Bo and Villa. You see I got some of the giants on the screen, Rakim, Nas, KRS, Cool G Rap, Scarface, of course, Chuck D's is out there, known, grown, boom, boom, boom. These are Slick Rick, LL Cool J, Kumo D. At one time, even now, I won't even say at one time, even now, these are the people that, Big Daddy Kane, of course. These are the people that people have grown to aspire to when it comes to rap performance, entertaining, storytelling. Bismarck E. Oh, rest his soul, Bismarck E. Still love you, man. Still love you. Yay! All these people defined and chiseled out and carved out, the sculpture of greatness that stands as the halls of hip hop. Then we go back even further. We go back into the groups. So we go back into the things that Funky Four plus one more, Cold Cuts Brothers. Come on now, let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cold Cuts, Funky Four plus one more, the Fearless Four, UTFO, Houdini, Roxanne Shante. Many groups from the days, Mantronics, Nucleus. This whole thing. Of course, Grandmaster Flash and well, man, we're not gonna forget them. 35. Not gonna forget them. All these giants and contributors and great artists of hip hop that forged our way through what was considered to be once almost a fad. Well, of course they tried to mark it off and dismiss it, new form of rock and roll, all this other stuff, but the culture itself survives. It thrives. It's a heartbeat of the new ages, of the new comings, from the writing of graffiti, where you used to get like sample tags, and now you have these illustrious art pieces full of complexity and depth. From breakdancing, which you should do, you think it was just popping in the streets and you're just doing your little electric boogaloo and stuff like that. And now you have the competitions and with the pursuit and the perseverance of people like Crazy Legs and Ken Swift, it's going to become an Olympic event soon. Come on, let's get with it. Where you at? Get with it. And that's for those out there that love the art form, that appreciates the art form and still preserve it. And I think I have a clip. Some young cats was breakdancing in the celebration that just passed on Juneteenth, which is June 19th. Salute to that. And they did the summer stage in Central Park. And there's this one part, heads is breaking, and it was first of all, when you start the session of breaking, nobody knows what's going on until there's this one cat that wants to, start pouncing around and create the circle. Like you try to, politely tell people, just move back. We're about to get live, baby. We're about to get in. You know what I mean? Open that circle up. Next thing you know, spin come out. Boom, 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 up rock. Then the sister came out, up rocking. Did the best she could. And then this young cat came out. He started doing his thing, breaking it down, did the windmills and stuff. Beautiful things like that. People still dancing. That's what we want to see at these concerts, at these functions. And I'm gonna tell you right now, because Flash, you had us working out, man. You had us, out there sweating to the oldies, like, every 5 minutes, throw your hands up, Like, come on, my brother. Yeah, you're getting that cardio in. Every MC, first thing they say, yo, I don't feel your energy, throw your hands up. Easy. There's people that's older here, they can throw a finger up maybe, but not a hand. It's crazy, but we got it going, we worked it out. All right, let me switch scenes and get into this, the next phase. We're gonna look at a few things. I'm just saying, oh. We go round the same sound, they tell it to our stereo. Grabbing by material, things that so vain, that brain change the spiritual. Don't want none of that in my area. Looking again, keeping my circle slaughter material. The inferior, we are superior, moving imperial. Big dog, you know that my boss, different interior. Paint me next, right next to Mona Lisa. Sheep, no, I'm just saying the shit they play is American. Coach Contra, but you already know, my man. You already know. Another one. These guys right here are so awesome, bringing that energy right to where it needs to be, bringing it back on Trizzy track. And it's just, it's just so dope, man. So dope. When it comes to Coach Contra, I think it's still loading. All right, yeah, I see. Here we go. When it comes to Coach Contra, you have 4 MCs, specifically from almost the same area. 2 of them are twin brothers from the lineage of Ras Kass. Salute to Ras Kass. One of the most premier MCs to ever bless the microphone. If you listen to any of his work, dynamite, man. And okay, I'm not going there. I'm not going to go there right now. I'm not going to go that one. Hold on.
I'm just saying this shit they playing that merry-go-round, that same sound they pounding through our stereo, fucking with frequencies frequently.
Hold it out.
This shit they playing that merry-go-round, that same sound they pounding through our.
They're gonna stop me at this one. Salute to that. Updates going on. Salute to that. We're gonna start with this one. All right. I get you. When the universe gives you, sometimes you gotta listen. Sit back and listen, and go in with it. All right, let's go into what he's talking about. Let's go.
I'm just saying this shit they playing that merry-go-round, that same sound they pounding through our stereo, fucking with frequencies frequently rapping about material things that so vain, that brain shades and spiritual. Don't want none of that in my area. Living again, giving my circle spotted interior. They inferior, we up superior, moving imperial. Big dog, you not about balls, different interior. Paint me next, right next to Mona Lisa.
Okay.
Nope, my eye.
I hope you heard the switch up. This whole cadence, this whole style starts to switch up. This is off the scenario beat. They have these like the this corner room things, like Sway and you already know Sway Universe and stuff like that. But this right here is their own thing. Four horsemen at the wood table getting busy. Watch, he switched it up, man. Come on.
Browsing on her features. What's your frame? I mean, ain't nice to meet ya. She's so cheesy, think she want a piece of me. But got time for no drama, no time for the opera. Better watch how you talk to a llama. I put my time in so I can be timeless. Whether reckless or necklace, it was never about diamonds. If time fly well, God is my pilot. I pray when in private, close my eyelids so I can see more when I'm inside.
God is my pilot. Oh, come on now. Let's go. I'm gonna be stupid.
If time fly well, God is my pilot. I pray when in private, close my eyelids so I can see more when I'm inside. He ain't your glam, I'm food for thought. I hope you can die. Just as you candy, please do before follow. Here's the motto. This hip hop, come here if you spit raw. It's love when it's shot, no need to promote war. Coast gon' get back work that push forward to the culture. So bus wars, my Rushmore.
That's 4. Okay. And that was the end. We're gonna circle back to all the Coach Contra stuff. Salute to the young man. I gotta get their names right. I'm doing a good service. OG, you need to get the name right.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
I will, man. I will. Trust me. All right, let's go into this sister's fire. She recently congratulations. She recently got married, and she's being recognized for her work as a ghost artist as well. Premier writer, coming up with the Trust label, with the great 38 Special, out of upstate New York. Salute to those peoples right there. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. And deliver everything, bars thought out. The flow is there. We're gonna check all that out right now. It's the sister Shay Noir. Check out some of her stuff right now, streaming on any one of those live streaming thing accounts. If you got it, get it good. Let's go.
Look, yo, them hard times killed my self-esteem. I was dealing with pain, I thought only wealth could ease. They wanna to see me lose, but they better off hearing Elvis breathe. I shoplifted when niggas was trying to sell me dreams. Let me take you on this journey from inside the slums, where these niggas' hands attract birds like a pile of crumbs. Where drug money gave most these niggas the Midas touch of war zone. Niggas carry trays like it's time for lunch. I'm a mixture of Malcolm and Rosa Parks. I gamble with life. As a result, I'm holding the cards. Spoke from the heart, nigga. I swam in the ocean with sharks. My Jesus peace flooded. They looking for Noah's Ark. Had a team, now half of them just avoid it. Tried to turn them into bosses, but they'd rather be employees. Fruit from a money tree, now I don't like what's up. Had a team, now half of them just avoid it. Tried to turn them into bosses, but they'd rather be employees. Fruit from a money tree, now I'm like Adam and Eve at the dressing room. Cause I gave the naked truth. I don't speak, I just analyze. A vision you can't describe. Y'all do it for cameras, but my hustle is camera shot. I pray to God as our arm wrestled and
You better get in the shade noir, man. Stop playing. Give her that one too, man. All that. Nasty with it, man. All right, shade noir, man. Let's, you know, come on.
I roll with the same squad, cut from the same cloth. With shooters that can carry 2 guns in the same palm. Punk bitches always talk that tough shit when they saw. Tension gets so thick, you gotta cut with a chainsaw. You broke and I'm more, cause I took risks when y'all wouldn't. I'm getting rich off of bookings, treating pencils like bullets. I'm aiming at your favorite rapper, I won't miss when I pull it. Before I load the clip, I write my ops initials on bullets. Shit, as soon as I start rapping, I witness the fear from niggas who don't live up to their hype but won't get to compare. Skip when I hear you. With one verse, I can end your career. Rest in peace to Goro, all my niggas, I wish they was here. I ain't no rookie rap chick on no pussy rap shit. Niggas told me take that lane like shit, you could be that rich. Come on. Just a year ago, I was broke starving with just my name. A year later, dropped a classic and charted at number 8, bitch.
Get it.
Hey yo, turn me up some. Turn me up some more, yeah. Cruise the city.
Telling you, man. Shade noir, man. Shade noir. Get it right. Get the name right. Write it down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Put it on your refrigerator or your mirror so you can see it every day. She's just like the dopest thing. Now, listen, I had to put this show together, and not to dismiss or belittle any other artists out there, but there's some hot, gooey garbage out there. And we have to be able to separate the real from the phony. And not to say that the person, the artists have the right, once they get on the mic and have the courage to do it, to do their best to rock their portion of the crowd. That's what's up. This is what we asked for, right? Yeah. But here's where the issue takes place because, like I said, words have power. And a frequency is sent out from the power that is generated from the word and its magnetism. And you can create a reality out of what you express, especially when there's music behind it. It becomes a soundtrack and even instructions. What I mean, we're expressing the power of visualization and coming from people where this hip hop thing started that had nothing and aspired to more, took what little they had, embellished, took what little they had, was creative, took what little they had and improvised just to get to the next level. So when they got what they could get, it started to cultivate their craft more because now you have more time to understand who you are, what your purpose is, and what your sound is like. That's the ideal stage of what we do, this thing of ours, right? But you also have subcultures underlying inside of hip hop, where it can be anything from the celebration of skateboarding to heavy drunkenness and high talk. You know, you also have maybe the car culture, or, you know, you have the slick talk macking or pimping area, the gangster talk, and street culture. And then you have the lust and hoe culture. And that's interesting in itself because that's what propelled me to do a show like this and stay on point. I don't want to mention the song, but you probably know what it is when you talk about, you know, their front genitals and their back area being certain colors. Okay, and it just wowed me to see how much people are willing to divulge with this vehicle. And it's not new. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. When you really, really go back and push the envelope and you get into the more seedy stuff, you'll see that, we have some real raunchy, wild, nasty stuff, even in the R&B levels, and talking about the blues and like really old school, as early as 1930s. But what changed the thing was that a lot of this seedy work and low vibrational work was stuff that wasn't out in the mainstream. But now the world's been flipped topsy-turvy. This is what we have. And even to the effect that this becomes the norm and also a success model. And when I say a success model, that means people will come back around it, want to be a part of it because there's a level of success and material gain and attention gain, even to the point of appreciation. Like, oh, you're talking for a band of people that this is how they live. Not to say they shouldn't have it. Never that. Because that's censorship. And censorship is whack. You understand? Censorship is bogus. Gets the Bozak. Real. All right? Yet, we still should have some type of responsibility, shame, and decorum to say, well, there is a limit. There's there's a boundary that's going to keep us whole and push things to the next levels. You know what I'm saying? To the next forward. And this is why I wanted to put these freestyles out here and definitely show you what the vibe is like contemporary. We're going to go further in. This is BOE, one of his new projects. Yo, Bo, salute vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? King Joffrey Joe out there in the South. You know what I'm saying? Straight from the Northeast New York, and to be particular about it. Let's give it up for him. Let's go.
So dope. You know what up?
Over.
It go up, jump the boogie. Black chucks, black hoodie. You whacked up the mat, tuck it, clapped up, what's goodie? I came to get chicken. You lames is all victims. Get your white wig blue, the same as Mark Simpson. Cold red, old head told me to keep grinding. Everybody get their turn, it's always about timing. It's back to the street.
I live around hustlers. Oh, jumped over that one. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? That's BOE. And check out his stuff. I got another clip of him a little later down the road. Yo, excellent barsmith, rolling with that dot, you know what I'm saying? But mostly, boom, shooter on his own, you know what I'm saying? And that's how that go. This one right here, this brother right here, man, hey, y'all know about Reef Hustle. Come on now. Where you been? Reef Hustle is one of those artists that you say it just hanging in the rafters, like, it should have a jersey hanging in the rafters. But I would say, all right, like a plane right before it gets in its total ascent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you be on a plane, right, and you're already in the air, but then you say, we're going to climb like another, 5,000. We're going to do that, another 5,000 feet. You know what I'm saying? He's about to take it to the next level. Shouts out to the whole TBM. Shouts out to SC Distribution. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, those cats is doing it, man. Those cats is doing it. Salute to, they just played the joint solid on the radio. And this is some of his old project, you know what I'm saying? But it's not that old. It only got dust on it yet, you know what I'm saying? This is like some cool out stuff right here. But he goes raw, he goes Rambo, raw, pause, let's go.
Dealers and scammers, killers holding hammers and pulling out front of cameras. Gang members throwing their fingers, holding them banners. 20 bags of crack and it's tucked in their daughter's pampers. Get caught, they asking you questions, you know no answers. ACS is taking them sharing, that's worse than cancer. System left to raise them, you turn your face and you vanish. All they want is love, a big family, loyal parents. If niggas really holding you down, where's your mans is? Heard he had beef, he picked up and moved to Kansas. The ghetto is demanding it, life's a beach where the sand is. You party with the antics, now Reefy paints on his canvas. See, I was raised right and I'm nice, ain't talking manners. I'm charging niggas pain and don't never ask me the damage. Jesus was a genius and even Jesus was famous. Fame in vain through intravenous like Venus, don't seem to plan it. Who they telling you what's more strange? But we accustomed what you call strange. Regular life, bless the Lord's name. I wrote this before I got up off the 4 train.
Sir.
This is a Woodlawn bound 4 local train. The next stop is Kingsbridge.
I'm a son of a gun with 16.
It's Reese Hustle, you know what I'm saying? Give another round of applause to that. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna go through the clips, you heard me? Just gonna go through the clips. Now, I did miss a clip with this new brother Ryze, R-Y-Z-E. I'm gonna type that in the chat for those that's in the YouTube, if you're, in the clouds or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I thank you for listening, coming by, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Come stop by anytime, child. Go to Ryze Official. You got some new nice melodies, great concepts. Or you got this smoker man that's like, a world beat type thing. He's really gonna smash things down. You know what I'm saying? He's really gonna make a large impact, and it's nothing that's too outside the box, nothing too, crazy for your eardrums. It's really good, really sound music. You know what I'm saying? Here go the Coast Contra boys, man. I really appreciate these guys because, one, you don't see too many groups anymore. And when you do, it's into some real out there stuff. There's a couple of people that I really like. Earth Gang, you know what I'm saying? Who else is another good group? Flatbush Zombies. There's a few, good groups out like that, that I really appreciate. But these cats right here, more than anybody more than 3 something. I've definitely waved a flag for them, you know what I'm saying? So salute to them. Here we go. Coach Contra at the table. Get it in.
Bite the bullet, my style, Russian roulette. I'm a son of a gun with 16. Bite the bullet, my style, Russian roulette. Just be careful when you pull it. I had to pull some strings, I wish they was over acoustics. My flow stupid, doofus, I'm the blueprint. The twins is up here, but I'm a 2 for 1. This the moon and the sun. Frame castle and big pun, your punishment's begun. I split personality, split niggas for fun. The man in the mirror told me to pick a side. I got a different side, like a Gemini inside. Lift the bridge to the other side. Follow me down the rabbit hole where I had to walk on faith, just like the yellow brick.
Come on, yo. Come on. Let's go. Another group was the Hoodies. I just heard them. I heard them a while ago. They used to do a lot of stuff on the like clips on the gram and clips on TikTok, right? But they really put it together. They got their back and forth joints, going, the lyrics going back and forth crazy, and it's just insane how they getting down with that. Salute, Mama Royal Jennings. How you doing? How you doing with yourself there? How you doing with yourself there? Wellness to you and yours. Oh yeah, but the Hoodies, 2 young guys. One, I think that older brother, younger brother. They going back and forth, man, and they just synced in. If you like that. The Run DMC back and forth, MOP back and forth, Smith and Wesson back and forth. You're gonna appreciate the Hoodies, and I'm gonna play them in the clip a little later. But here go my man from Coast Contra. This is what set everybody off when they heard him. This is what set everybody was like, yo, this is like Busta Rhymes in the building or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like this guy is totally he gets the assignment. He got the assignment. Here we go.
Keep it moving, hip hop, you can't stop this type of movement. I'm a storyteller, so let me get right into it. All this time I'm almost died, I'm on some Gucci. Same. Brown skin, it was a cutie, she threw a party at a crib, told me come through with that. I knew better, granted, I'm too level, but I'm from Philly, I'm really rolling like Uber. I don't wanna what? Something kept telling me, boy, you foolish. Couldn't get it from my niggas, so from the Uber, got dropped off, hit 5 stars, he was the coolest, but got the cleanest, but at least he played my music.
Okay, I gotta play only a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go and find the rest for yourself. That's how we doing it, yo. Tommy. Hey, what do you do? What do you do? You know what I mean? It's a
Congratulations. You played yourself.
whatever. I get it, man. You want to get further down the line. Okay, we're gonna get further down the line. I ain't gonna hold you.
1, 2, 3, 4. True believe like all y'all weak. No style, no technique. You niggas rhyme with who left beat. That's why you ain't never on the beat. In the words of T3, don't sound good, sound tame to me. Like if y'all got a good idea, you should know what we do. Like everything we do, is who you ever seen. Think the elo.
Right, I'm gonna push that all the way back, right? And I want you to check out the change ups. You know what I'm saying? First, he keeps on the theme of the right? So it's like you're eating some good food. Peep that, right? Then he throws in one of those meme type things that sound tainted to me. Oh man, the guy's super clever. And then changing the voice cadence while still being on beat. This is Raj Khan's son, man. Salute to that. First of all, let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4. True believe it like all y'all weak. No style, no technique. You niggas rhyme with who left beat. That's why you ain't snapping on the beat. In the words of T3, don't sound too good, sound tame to me. Luckily, I got a good idea. You should know what we do. Level up, I guarantee you, we the biggest group you ever seen. Think the Elohim see me. Kick 'em off the stage, crush a nigga's dreams. I ain't mean to be that mean, but shit, nah, I mean, they be kidding.
Hey. Okay. We're gonna start right here. That's actually okay. Yo, first of all, I love hip hop. I don't know what you're doing with yourself. I don't know where you at with it. I love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And that's not something that's gonna fade away from me anytime soon. Anytime. You know, and to hear fresh talent like this that, are still hungry, still ready to dive in and go all out. You know what I mean? That is so, impressive. That is so, just, it keeps us together. It's the magnet, it's the glue that keeps us together. You know what I'm saying? Where you can walk somewhere, you hear, two people can hear the same beat. A person with a backpack and a hoodie, and a person with a suit on, and they recognize the beat, they recognize the rhyme, they look at each other like, oh, you know that too. Oh man, come on with it. Come on with it. All right, this right here, if you're able to see the YouTube, it transformed a little bit, so pardon the visuals of it. But this is from the Summer Stage Park Jam, and we're gonna go on a little tour of what I was actually, blessed to arrive to and stay there for its duration. Shouts out to everybody involved with the event. Shouts out to the VIP section. Even though they don't like dancing, you got to get down from the VIP section, get into the stage, get into the crowd. You know what I'm saying? All my people that was there, we maybe like 50 deep. Old cats, 50 deep is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to that. You know what I mean? And just everybody who loved, just solid hip hop and all the contributions. That was delivered there. From DJing to the dancing to the breaking. I just want to show you a little bit of the energy from this sister right here, Princess Cuts, right? Let me see. And we're going to go into that real quick. young sister. Copyright. Stop clowning out. All right. You switch the scene right there. I'm gonna show you a couple of pictures that's where it came from and all that. What we was doing there. Okay, here we go. You'll see it on the back. Okay, you have a young sister that started off by the name of DJ Nyla Simone. Young queen, maybe around the age of 19, 20, maybe 21 the most, but knew what it took to rock the crowd. Played stuff that we were familiar with and also blended it with a lot of the new stuff that we're not familiar with. So it was a good way. There go the sister right there. Oh man, that picture came out kind of crazy on the side joint, but you gotta work with what you gotta work with. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. As Pusha T would say, and that's another story. We want to do that later. The Pusha T thing with Jim Jones. And you know what? I'm not even mad at that. I'm not mad at Jim Jones saying that Pusha didn't make his top 50. Because it's your top 50. You know what I'm saying? Now, what is heard, I guess, from the Pusha and, Pusha in his camp is that, oh, I'm not top 50 worthy. No, not saying that. Just not in this guy's top 50. And we go over and back and forth with that when it comes to basketball, like, LeBron being a GOAT, and MJ being a GOAT. And nobody mentions Kobe enough. You know what I'm saying? And what does it take accolades to make a GOAT? Nobody mentions AI. You know what I'm saying? Ray Allen, who saved a lot of a lot of cats and gave them, we don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? And we wish it would be nice to make it inclusive. And just like we talk about the old school cats, we would always go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? B Daddy Kane, Rakim, someone had the Coogee rap, but they don't mention Chuck D. He's rarefied air. Why? Because it's revolutionary thought patterns and the way the group was processed. But even now, it would be, we're throwing Black Thought in there, and he comes from a group, but he's still an MC. He should be thrown in the conversation. Pharaoh Monch. So it all depends where you're coming from and what you're listening to. People gravitate when it comes to the GOAT for Eminem. Not to take anything away from Eminem. He is a sound artist. He is a sound real MC. Don't get it, twisted like a pretzel. But what we're saying is, have you listened to other MCs of that ilk and decided, because you got Tech Nine in the Midwest, Kansas City. Then you got Casual Rap God, who actually, came and resurrected as a rap god to, basically counter what M was talking about. I mentioned Pharaoh Monch. We just mentioned Roscos earlier. You know what I'm saying? And with even Royce the 5'9", his man. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand he has that camaraderie with him. He doesn't want to put himself over him, but tell you the truth, M will slaughter like 92% of all your favorite MCs. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I said it. But here's the thing though. Hey, I'm about to block you. Get your Goofy salute to you. But I'm gonna block you crazy. Cause I don't like that. But M, he can make a hit record, all right. But you're not gonna play it too much in the whip. Understand that. That's it. How my man say on TikTok joint, I ain't going back and forth with you. Not at all. You're not doing it. You're gonna try to convince me, and it's not gonna work. Cause I'm gonna say other people. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it is. Let's go back to what was going on here. Salute to that. Up jump. Yeah, this is not Stars Jack. Hold on. My Google stuff. Voice is going out. Shouts to that. Static Selector was in the building and bringing out some fire to the cookout right there. Right. We also had one of the most talented groups in the 90s. I don't want to put the kick song. Intro. Now let me stop right there. A Kid Capri mixtape would go from wherever you are, all the way overseas, where people were talking about buying mixtapes of Kid Capri for $50, $100 sometimes, blend tapes, because they were overseas and couldn't get it right away. What, man? Come on, dog. He created a whole market. Him, Grandmaster Flowers, Grandmaster Vic, Ron G, DJ Clue. And people was paying top dollar for this stuff because, it was a serious thing. Like, just to hear an exclusive, just to hear somebody you never heard, a blend you never heard before. You might get freaking arrested. What's that? You might get My Melody with SWV, something crazy like that, and it would really, you play it and it really form another whole new party around your area. If you were really nice, you probably catch a blend or two yourself. If you know how to do the record pause button on your little set and everything like that. It was a beautiful time. People sharing this stuff. And it also was like a social media thing too. What's the power of the DJ? To tell you what's fly coming up, the new event, a new song coming out, a new artist coming out. And this is why these type of mediums are important. And for you to be a consumer, you got to be connected to the medium. So not just, a minute clip and you think this whole song is hot. Not a good look. That's how the ringtone business fell out. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue. Stop it and let the crowd go crazy.
So let me see. Before I get to it, I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna turn the ship a little bit. Right? It's somebody want to turn right now for a second, right? Alright. First thing.
Technology, not the heart.
All other sounds in the building, make some noise. Let me see y'all in the park. Anybody from New York, throw their hands up in the air. Represent your city. Good enough. All my West Indians, I'm singing.
Hold up now. I don't care where you are, where you from, who you been with, how your mama doing. And shout out to Quita G out there. I see Quita the OG. How your mama's doing? I don't care where you are, where you from, man. If you hear this track right here, that MOP track, the remix or the original, and you don't go, it get wild, crazy with it. They get crazy in Croatia, Uzbekistan, and all this stuff. They know already. They know. What's that? I don't know. I was gonna say Heimlich. What's the name of that? Helsinki. They get busy in Helsinki to this. You know what I'm saying? So to see you stand still while this joint comes on is just like, I don't know what's wrong with your sensory perceptions or whatever. You're doing a disservice to everybody. Let's go. I'm a hip hop fan. I agree. Hey, yo, son, you a clown too. If I did hit the crying over. This is the hoodies. Hold on. This is the hoodies. These guys are next up. They're awesome. I mean, they've been out. You know what I'm saying? We probably just got a chance to really get involved with them. But stay focused. Check out the hoodies.
Talking the quick change. Once you get right, watch how niggas get strange. Don't make it, but we switch lanes. Rhyme like the X Games, Pilates how we stretch it. Fiends really tight under the arm like ring
And I was working the caravan. I'm folding dough like Andy Dan. Sound all the way down to Maryland.
What else?
Orange rock, white top, call it candy can. Made a way for the fam, and take a different path.
We don't trust haters. We just move them in with the spectators. And get moved back with the red lasers. Move sticks like select player. Trying out, you only playing yourself like a shit layer.
And y'all cat like a tax breaker. It's euphoric, but we shake it up, nigga. Zen-day. And the boys skating trails like New York mayor. I can get you 50 in a Mac like you test me.
And I'm a step when it's time to set. Right. Make a movie cause I really got more range than Johnny Depp. We really fucking on the neck, that's what bitches do. Cause you gon' believe about that shit like
period pool.
Let's go live.
I see a lot of things that nigga never been scared of. Going triple black strap.
Yo, come on, man. Come on, man. These guys are battle tested and they ready, man. Whoa, let's go.
The Alfa Romero. Niggas be weirdos, it's so clean. Came by my hand, the son of keeping a big though. I'm not gonna be doing the big. Made for 2 racks and nigga open 2 in your ring. Start when you live, start moving your kid. Don't pop the hoodie gang. We not losing the crazy. If it's war going on, nigga, we gon' bang. We don't play, it's HG. I'm A-OK. They choose to feel like a CJ. My whole goal in this rap shit is get me paid. When I'm safe in the back game, I should have a key right. I don't care, fool like I lost in the playoff. Rock got shake, block got paid off.
Crazy. All right. Talk about the elements of hip hop. First of all, shouts out to the hoodies. You know what I'm saying? Giving a bonanza performance. You know what I'm saying? I hope that went all the way out into the Milky Way so some alien MC hearing and be like, yeah, we ain't messing with these cats out here. True story. Now, we're going to get into the DJing. And this was, oh man, just a treat. It's Grandmaster Flash. If you don't know who Grandmaster Flash is, I don't know, you get your nearest encyclopedia. I know you ain't opened that book out in a long time. You turn the page to either G, you go to Grandmaster, go down a little further, Grandmaster Flash. You might see his name with a turntable next to him, or it can go on. Yeah, this man is amazing, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the technical skill sets that we've seen and heard nowadays come from his arena. You know what I'm saying? But the scratch in particular comes from Grand Wizard Theodore. Salute to him, Pisces in the building. But Grandmaster Flash got the beatbox, the DMX flashes on the beatbox going. The technology to even hook up a third set. Not just the one and the two, you might have a third set going. The musical knowledge of putting these records together, knowing when to cut, stop, blend, stop, cut. Then, you might, enter with a scratch and go into the next joint right when the break is there. This is a very meticulous skill set. You know what I'm saying? And Flash took it to the next level and the next level. And this is how he comes in. Pardon the video.
no computers. Just 2 copies of the same song. 50 years.
50 years, man. 50 years, yeah.
Hip hop is now 50 years. As one of the architects of the culture, the question is, how was it done? Who was involved? I say it was four of us. Our contributions to the culture is this. Ladies and gentlemen, what you see there is called the quick mix theory. With 2 copies of the same song, I came up with a fingertip to vinyl technique that turned the DJ into a musician. It also gave the rapper a bed to speak on. My name is Grandmaster Flash.
Give it up for Flash. Give it up for Flash. I had to let that play, you know, because this is a legend. And it's hard to be quiet. You had to listen to what he was singing. And this is the cornerstone of what the expressive art of hip hop that's being marketed today is about. You know what I'm saying? He was able to improvise, taking 2 records that people loved and blending the parts of the record together to make one longer beat. For the breakers to break, and for the MCs to have a space to say what they need to say. That's hip hop. And I don't know where you are in your little corner of the world, and you know, it's a beautiful corner wherever you are. I'm sure you've made it that way. But I want you to think, what would your life be without that creativity? And we're on 50 years. Like I said, if you want to elevate for another 10, 15 years, you got to do something different. It got to be that fresh hunger that you heard from the hoodies. It got to be that fresh, instinctive, creative energy that you heard from Coast Contra. There gotta be that determination and drive and wordplay that you heard from Shay Noir. There gotta be that energy that you seen in the sister Diamond Cuts and her dances. Gotta be that. Let's go.
Told me everybody slide, DJ spinning and setting my mind. Flash is fast, flash is cool, front was the bar, flash and do. Told me everybody slide, DJ spinning and setting my mind. Flash is fast, flash is cool, front was the bar, flash and do.
We'll go through these clips real quick.
Is everybody still with me? The way I do things, I want to do it you understand why I break it down. Here's what I want to do now. This quick mix theory, hand to vinyl technique. Whenever you see a DJ doing that, I invented this 50 years ago. So what we're going to do right here, because a lot of times I'm traveling around the world, I like to have fun and play games with the audience. So check this out. So
clips and flash going back and forth. Yo, tell you the truth, yo, take the time, right? He would spin a little something, and then he just, I don't know, just stop, and then walk to the side with the mic. Yo, where y'all at? And like, yo, come on, put your hands in the air, I don't feel it, Like a music, like a film director or something. Like these people old, man. You can't keep putting their hands in the air and two-step at the same time. Oh yeah, it's crazy. It was crazy, but I loved it. Yeah, I know. I know.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Yeah, I still was there. I put my hand up in the air. I did what was told of me. Flashes like I keep
We're going to celebrate 50 years in hip hop. Central's there on the stage. Oh, keep going on. Keep going. And with that said, enjoy the show.
Now, I couldn't stay for the whole premiere set. Because I definitely, I wanted to leave before everybody else started bouncing out. That's my goofy self right there. That's how I go. I don't leave with everybody else, man. But we had a good time. I stayed as long as possible in premiere. I mean, what he would do, because he's a masterful producer, and salute to Premiere and all his works, the whole Gangstar committee. I met some good peoples out there, you know what I'm saying? Headquarters people, you know what I'm saying? Some heads that was down with the group home, you know what I'm saying? Definitely the low lives was out there, you know what I'm saying, for the low culture, you know what I'm saying? Representing as always, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a beautiful thing. And what Premiere would do was play a little bit of the original song for where the sample come from and then introduce how it flows into the song that was made. You know what I'm saying? So, play the jazz sample that he had from Mass Appeal at its original pitch, then kind of show you how he flipped it. And next thing you know, Mass Appeal, rest in peace, Google, is there. Bam. And he did this for a majority of the records that he played. So, I don't have too many clips of this. This is when my phone started dying off. It was like, it was amped. This is when the breakers actually came out as well. So, people break dancing to, what's that song? I Want to Be on TikTok. Surprisingly, Victory is Mine. Yeah, surprisingly. Oh, Work by Gangstar. Crazy. It's just a magnetic thing. He played Big L stuff. He played Biggie stuff. He played early Jay-Z. He was going in the crates. He was going in like, yo, I've done this. So super salute to producer Primo. Transported from Texas to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And been repping NY ever since. Now he's on the west side again. Salute. Say not for nothing, another thing that would keep us together is that the material, and the environment, what the song is like, you might know a couple of people, and then in New York in particular, people still speak supreme mathematics. They still know, certain terms, peace and stuff like that. We don't go too far into the lessons and the 120 and things of that nature, back in the days you had to. It was, you know, even now you still have to. Don't get it, you know, twisted like a pretzel. But, you know, we're laxed off that. And when people know that we've experienced the same things, it's like, you know, it's like, all right, there's a head nod, there's a camaraderie, there's an acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? And that's where peace comes in. Because now we're solid on a subject that we can actually deal with. So now we can formulate a sense of peace. Let's go to the next one. Primo. This is a sample. He's not playing the guitar now. Don't believe it. He's not playing the guitar. But he's going to mix in Curtis Big. Oh, man. Go.
Where you at? 90s, that's me. I'm 57 now, so I support
57.
and respect the people that opened the door for me to do it this motherfucking long, you heard?
Yes, sir.
How many people born and raised in New York? We're gonna see about that. Listen, I've been coming here with my family to visit my grandfather in New York since I was like a
This clip, because my phone was going out. That's where the film comes in. This is the breakdancing. I hope y'all can get a little bit of what's going on here.
1995.
Yes, sir.
I am ready. I'm ready. You ready, Killer? Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready. To the group home. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
If you remember group home, make some noise.
One thing about Primo, man, he gave some super smooth beats to some of, you know, the most inconspicuous characters. It wasn't like, you know, you give a beat to, like I said, Chuck D or, you know, LL like that out the blue. Nah, you can give it to one of the illest beats to the group home. Masterful production on J. Wu the Damager. Shout out to J. Wu the Damager. East New York represent. Masterful production on about, you know, three joints, man. And J. Wu never missed with it. Never missed. Concept, artwork, wordplay, storytelling, vibe, flow, changes the cadence, all that. J. Wu, man. Go back into the J. Wu catalog.
Nice glide, nice glide, nice glide. Nice glide, hey.
Breakdancing, man. Windmilling.
I am ready. Are you ready? You ready, Killer? Tell me when you're ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what we do this for. For the B-boys and the B-girls.
Come on now.
I'm the man. Ah. About to break it down. hip hop. Yo, shout out to Malachi, the Nutcracker, man. Yo, salute, son. Salute. Hold up. Malachi was ill, you know what I'm saying? Just like he had freaking Nice and Smooth, you know what I'm saying? You got Smoothie with the smooth lyrics, you got Greg Nice with the ill energy, you know what I'm saying? You got Lil Dat with the smooth lyrics, you got Malachi with the crazy, yo, let's go at it type, you know what I'm saying? Real simple. You know, we love that. We love that. Cause I make it, and I have it, and I'm taking it. Alright, you gon' need a bag for this. Simple, listen. Back to the shenanigans. Back to the shenanigans. All right, Simba is one of those new cats too that got a grip on what the industry wants, what the people want, and and how his voice is. When I say his voice, like the whole technique, the style, wordplay, all that together. So when you hear this young man get off, man, he's gonna jump off and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And like how you do when you clear the room, you throw the smoke grenade in and you just go in and clear. You're gonna clear the room right now. Check it out, peep game.
I'm the best on earth. Fuck a bomb, Charlie. You gon' need a bag for this verse. Keep it real, Charlie. I know that I'm probably the first to come up here and drop a verse and not sweat out my shirt. Perfect. Make it look easy. Easy as cops lock us up for marijuana. A white man gets slapped on the wrist so he gets pardoned. That's what happens when your father went to college with Johanna. Maury Miller got one time in the cops that killed Brianna. And Larry Hoover just about to come.
I want you to listen to that again. He just broke down the justice system that quick. Just that quick, man.
Easy as cops lock us up for marijuana. A white man gets slapped on the wrist so he gets pardoned. That's what happens when your father went to college with Johanna. Maury Miller got one time in the cops that killed Brianna. And Larry Hoover just about to come over and get me started. One day this justice system gon' catch karma. Cause Big Meech ain't sell more dope than Big Pharma.
I'm too excited. Cool out. Brook out. Gotta cool out, man. It's crazy. Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just...
Give me another one, Charlie. Give me another one, Charlie. And that's what happens when your father went to college with your... Easy as cops lock us up for marijuana. A white man gets slapped on the wrist so he gets pardoned. That's what happens when your father went to college with Johanna. Maury Miller got one time in the cops that killed Brianna. And Larry Hoover just about to come over and get me started. One day this justice system gon' catch karma. Cause Big Meech ain't sell more dope than Big Pharma.
This is what you want to hear out of these. Come on now. Everybody got a voice, and you might have a click. You might have to get on with some of the stuff you say. But after you do, what do you do with your talent? What do you do with that intellect? What do you provide to the people? And there's people just, transforming, Lil Durk. Salute to his new project. Lil Baby. Salute to his new project. There's people that's transforming and, getting into the different sides of things, you know what I'm saying? But it gotta happen. It has to happen in order for this to continue further. All right, I'm gonna hold you too long. We almost do it.
Give me another one, Charlie.
Why do rich people steal from the poor? Why the poor turn around and go and buy shit that they can't afford? Why do God's sons lie to the Lord? Why you get your credit up to buy Benz? Why you ain't get a Ford? Why do niggas kill each other for looking? Why the only time my dog wanna read is when the police book them? Why do everybody hate on each other? Why we just can't come together? Why do we go against one another? How did black people run out of luck? It's a Chinatown in every city and state. Why we get a month? Why my people only know how to stunt? Why every time he say got my back, I think it's a front? Why do niggas pop pills and bars to get attention and play like like they depressed till they actually are. Why you can't play with your child, but you play with them hollows? Why you can't get it poppin', but you poppin' a bottle? Why every day I wake up, I think of Demi Lovato. Niggas all on my page, why I can't get a follow? Gotta hustle, that's a young nigga motto. All you niggas do is whine, and I don't fuck with Moscato.
Hold up, this is my man too, yo. He's a fire spitter, the Simba man. You get into them. I don't hear. I don't take excuses. Like there's no good hip hop out here. I don't take excuses. You know what I'm saying? If I can, I get a clip, I throw it up. You know what I'm saying? Shoot it out. I don't got my clip thing going on like that. So this is what happens after you hear that. Yeah, conversation over after that. Because listen. It's out here, and some of these people need the promotion. Like the brother Rise, great energy, great music. Our before J.R. Dion, Champagne Spiller, great energy, great music. Lord Have Mercy out there already, chapter and verse, great energy, great music. It's here for you. Shay Noir, Ty Phoenix, Apani B. Fly. And there's a bunch of others. It's, what's it, Lola Brooks, the KD47. It's out here, and it's hip hop. What are you gonna do as the consumer, as the end agent? That's gonna be another part of the media. Because if you play it, somebody else hears it and they like it, they're gonna ask you where you got it from. They're gonna ask you where you heard it from. They're gonna ask you what moves you. Oh, let's go, Bo.
You little motherfucker, you better take that. And you better let the beers and not nigga move. Got the key to the city, the heat is crazy. Fuck with you with DMC, the committee. Get pressed on the phone, tell them the song. Set up with me with 50 and Diddy. I'm silly for good, you get a million squeeze. Spray with the can like it's ready for breeze. Aim at your egg, tremble with your dope. This is what you get when you fucking with cheese.
I want you to see the tenacity in the verse and the determination. You know what I'm saying? He's effortless with it. But you can hear it's rough, man. It's rough. And he's telling you, like, look, I'm over the BS right there. Call, get Diddy and 50 on the phone. It's time. Oh, that's the short clip. Ugh. Ugly. Let's go. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? A little technical difficulty. Like I said, these are the people that held the glue together. It's keeping the determination there. I'm gonna let that ride out.
I'm just saying they playing that merry-go-round, that same sound they pounding through our stereo, fucking with frequency, frequently rapping about material things that's so vain, that brain change to spiritual. Don't want none of that in my area. Building the game, keeping my circle smaller than Cheerios. They inferior, we are superior, moving imperial. Big dog, you out of our glove, different interior. Paint me next, right next to my.
I love that verse right there. Anyway, there was another one that I wanted to play. It didn't load up, I guess. Let's see if I can load up. But we also had performances by Dave East, Rowdy Rebel. I like those guys. I think on the track they give great energy, and you can hear the determination, and they really deliver good material. But I would say for that live performance, it was a little lackluster, and sometimes it's the crowd that make you that, but sometimes you got to be, above the clouds and the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like DMX is one of those guys that we talk about when it comes to performance. He didn't care what the crowd looked like. He didn't care what their activities was. He's going to give you 110% of him, whether he had $10 in his pocket or $10 million in the bank. Busta Rhymes the same way too. All right. Tech Nine the same way too. Even Jay-Z. You look at some of the older performances with Jay-Z, like in the Tunnel or on Showtime. You know what I'm saying? He just did the Louis Vuitton walk thing with Pharrell as a curator. You know what I'm saying? And as eclectic and artisty he looks, you know what I'm saying? He still rapped it the way Jay-Z would rap it. So he had the way he's spinning with the do-rap. You know what I'm saying? So it's also your energy in the performance that cement you into those talks. And we're going to get into the talks on another session. This is when I throw out the StreamYard and we really get into chopping it up, and anybody want to come up and talk about it. This is with the Pusha T, Jim Jones thing. This is with what else? There's a couple of things going on in the hip hop world that we really need to take in consideration. A slew of new people getting arrested. Us gotta save us, man. Us gotta save us, and the industry starts with us. The industry starts with us on the floor, as the people, in the grind. Pardon, so I want to look for this. There we go. I had to look for this. Here we go. Here we go. Today, Eric B. and Rakim. This is according to Today in Hip Hop History. Salute and shouts out to them. Can I get an applause? For that? Come on, yeah. Here you go. Okay. Eric B. Rakim released their fourth and final studio album, Don't Sweat the Technique. Today in 1992. Missy Elliott released her second studio album, The Real World, June 22nd, 1999. Awesome sauce to her. Schoolie D. Oh my God, Schoolie D. Born June 22nd, 1962. PSK, what does that mean? People, PSK, making it scream. People always saying, what the hell does that mean? P is doing it. You can't. But one homeboy became a man. That's for the way. Scream and shout. One by one, I knocks him out. Super salute. And, I think I did wish him a happy born day, but super happy born day to the legendary soul brother number one, Pete Rock, June 21st, 1970. One of the top producers. I would say, I would even go far to say top 10 producers of all music. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, I would say top 5, top 3 in hip hop. Again, Pete Rock, soul brother number one. Bone Thugs and Harmony released their debut EP, Creeping on the Come Up, June 21st, 1994. You know what I'm saying? And the last but not least, Prodigy, our good brother from Mobb Deep, died June 20th, 2017, had a sunset, went back to the essence, left us incredible music. You know what I'm saying? So salute and wellness to him. Thank you for your contribution, young man. And we're talking about another one that, was able to craft his own vibe and force into the music of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And you heard him from the beginning, and then you heard how he progressed and got new knowledge and was able to incorporate that new knowledge into his craft. And that's what we want out of our MCs. That's what we want in the growth of the next ones to come. And as I say, thank you for coming out. Get my boy up. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate you. Come on, man. Get my boy. Come on, kid. What are you doing? What are you doing, dude? Come on, kid. All right, here we go. All right, I gotta do this. What are you talking about? I gotta do this. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. This has been True Omega Sun 88. That has been my story. I'm sticking to it as we wrap up. Keep hip hop alive. Hip hop turns 50.